Let's go to our first question. We'll go over to Cora Henderson at Pitt and Frank LLC. Lorna is writing in. She says, Cora, she's a very private person. She says, I'm in the process of selling a house. I'm being asked by someone who claims to be a closing attorney to give them my social security number. She says, I am not happy with that. What are my rights? Cora?
Oh, Lorna, I completely understand. I, too, am a very private person. And, I think that pays you to be very cautious this day and age, especially, with certain private personal information. Social Security is kind of at the top of the list, right? I mean, we have to see all the time and hear these stories about identities being stolen and, people's credit being ruined and so on and so forth. So I am right there with you. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to selling your house, we do need your social security number. So let me tell you why. And then I want to give you some suggestions on maybe some good ways to protect yourself and safeguard in providing that social security number and other personal information to your closing attorney. So why do we need it? Well, whether you're buying or selling, we need it for a couple of different reasons. The first one would be to clear any liens. So when we run a title exam and there are liens that may show up on title, we first and foremost have to process those liens to see if they actually are a match to our particular customers. Now, the best way to do that, the most accurate way, and really the only way to be certain, because there are lots of similar names these days, is to use the social security number to verify. Now, that social security number is not a part of the records. It's not a part, of what we find on the lien that's been recorded. But when we call the lien holder to verify whether or not that's a match for our customer, and therefore we may need to pay off at closing to clear that lien, we have to provide the social to see if that's a match. Also, we have to check bankruptcy lines. So we use the social security number to ensure that neither buyer or seller is in active bankruptcy, because we would have to comply with that in the event that they were. Lastly, as it relates to you, sounds like you're selling your house. We have to have the social to report for capital gains eligibility. So we have requirements with the IRS, just like you do. And so we have to report eligible real estate closings and transactions for sales. We report with the name and the taxpayer identification number. So if it's an individual, it's going to be that social security number. Now, what are safe ways to convey that information? We have had people that did not prefer to use the portal for that type of sensitive information. I certainly wouldn't be emailing it. Please don't do that. And real estate agents, they don't want your personal information either. So some safe ways that you can do that. One, if it's a local closing attorney, and I would definitely recommend using local businesses, walk into their office, look at them face to face. Provide that information there to them. That way you're not counting on electronic means to communicate that personal information. If you do want to do a phone call, maybe it's not convenient for you to go in person, use their trusted number, and you can verify that, with a simple Google search, verify that with your real estate agent. Hey, is this the number for Pitt and Frank, or whoever is doing your real estate closing? And then you can call them and provide that, orally, as opposed to having to send that by electronic means. Last method that you may want to do is just inquire as to whether or not they do have a secure portal. We use the Qualia portal in our office, and that's a national software. There are other companies that use different ones, but just ask questions on how they safeguard your information. So, Lorna, I hope that helps.
Good detailed answer. Very good, Cora. Thank you on that. A reminder, you can rehear that answer if we got you interested, and also to see the entire show. Go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's LouisvilleAnswers.com. It's a redirect to our YouTube channel where this video and audio will reside. And also a reminder, if you want to hear and see what sellers are saying about us, you can go to LouisvilleSellersTalk.com. That's LouisvilleSellersTalk.com.